Greetings here, this is wyvernfall Gaming, and today I'll be showing you the revamped build of the city I showed in the first episode. I have Harad, or in the tongue of the haradrim, Har. So yeah, as you can see, that big haradrim city over here, but it just got a whole lot larger. You see, opposed to all of this, which I already showed you, that now is only just some of the enormous stuff I built. This is the stuff I showed in the first episode and all that, but what you can refer to that episode for stuff on this, on this, because the highlight of this video is the new stuff I added. Hence, I get to the gate to the urban district. This is where the new stuff's at. Yep. So here's the public forum, as you can see. Lists the laws of the land. And then over here is trying to figure out what this is. I think it's, yeah, a die maker. Oh, what happened to torches? Weird, I thought I lit this place up. Anyway, die maker here, cloth getting ready to be dyed, vats of water to be mixed with dye and thus create it to then dye the cloth. And then here's the Great Temple of Morgoth. It's sort of a pantheon type system. Temple of Morgoth incarnate, just Morgoth in general. But there's like different aspects of Morgoth. The warrior aspect, so like war, also like a war god. Chthonian aspect, it's like God of the Dead. Seafaring aspect, like Poseidon, I guess, yeah. Basically, a pantheon based off of the different aspects of Morgoth. By the way, I know Morgoth's not like that. He's pretty much like a giant archdemon, but the idea basically is that the neuroharadrim have been tricked into thinking he's actually something like this by his Orion's lies and manipulation. Animus being like life, so like this would be like Venus, I guess. Oh, and there's sacred text here, and yeah. And then right here is a Colosseum. Pretty well built Colosseum, if you ask me. It has those two entrances for the gladiators, or vendors, but then it has like this. And then there's also this sort of VIP seating of sorts. And then here's sort of a forest within the city. So yeah, very interesting. Sort of like preserve some green space, basically. And then over this way, there's a ton of markets and taverns and an absolute ton of houses. Big walls, not to mention a lot of farms, since it's pretty much the agricultural district. Now, on the other side of the area, well, assuming, yeah, so far I think that, yeah, that's the district there, and then on the other side of this place is the, wait for it, it's the chambers of the Senate. As anybody can tell, basically this is where like basically where the Congress of Harad are, like sort of. Well, no, like the Senate, like Roman Senate type stuff, more accurately. Like think like the Roman Senate building, this kind of stuff. Nah, like yeah, like the Roman Senate, like that kind of stuff. But it's Harad. Basically, the idea is they build a giant Harad empire. So they want the infrastructure to be as such. Here's a bathhouse. This bathhouse is pretty interesting. Oh yeah, the structure. Gradient for a kiln. As you can see, huge. Plenty of bricks and pottery and other stuff derived from that. Here's a bit of market stalls and more of these open air or closed air markets. And then there's a lot of stuff here, but then that's far from the end of stuff. There's also the theater here. So yeah, here's the theater. Tavern here. If you wonder what all this giant pit of stone is, I kind of messed up world editing earlier on, so it it's sort of damaged the build. However, I sort of feel like I repaired satisfactorily enough by the time you're seeing this. Yeah. Right here, sort of more markets, and more and more and more. Blacksmith shop. But then really neat stuff goes off that way. Library. Pretty big library. And then here's like the Great Market of Harad. As you can see, lots of stuff to trade. Then here's the Maritime Storage Warehouse. And some watchtowers. As you can see, there's a giant port here. Pretty large amount of docks. But it's even larger when you see there's a dry dock here. With a crane and a dry dock gate. Yeah. And then way more houses here. They net more taverns. But then marble cutter over here. See, as you can see, this is where like chiseled stone and marble cutting happens. Then over here is the Great Imperial Glass Making Workshop. Oh, I could have sworn I fixed that. Yeah, if you're seeing some slight damage in building, it's because I accidentally did weld it the wrong way one time. For the most part, it's been fixed though, so big deal. Secondary treasury. And then here's an Imperial Tannery for leather tanning and all that. Great Imperial Mint, as you can see, way larger scale than anything previously in the city. Found additional houses. Then these are two big buildings. One of them's the Imperial Foundry, largest forge ever constructed. At this point, it's more like a Renaissance. It's cannon foundry. Anything else? Crafting for pretty much everything. Anything from mass-produced unbarred plate armor to orc bombs in large-scale mass production, runic fire pots, bows, masterwork swords, tools, building materials, etc., etc., etc. This thing is a full-on factory. And then here's the Imperial Haradrim Military Academy, Fleet Academy, and Commander Academy. Archery targets, tactical planning room, place to learn how to command armies, fighting arena, training dummies, libraries of tactical manuals, more training dummies, archery targets, and I think some training dummies as well. Archives. Down to the Fleet Academy section. Training dummies, admiral planning and swimming area. Archery target, it's overall better made due to the fact that archery is key in seafaring, more just general military academy stuff. And then back into the entrance room. Then, on top of all this, there's military infrastructure in the form of all these watchtowers everywhere. And right here is, yeah, watchtowers, stables, barracks, etc. As you can see, there's some unbarred captains in here, so you get like better armored troops. Or then there's these guys. Yeah. Very useful fortress. Training grounds and barracks en masse. But then off this way is the palace. And a lot of room for outside stuff around it. So right here is the entrance room, then the tavern, the library, the temple, the storage room, the bathhouse, and sort of miniature garden, archery targets, and mumakil skeleton. Mumakil as an elephant. And then great crafting area of the Imperial Palace, and then war room. As you can tell, pretty nice. Yeah, and then there's here's all that, and then here's the throne room. Now this is officially the throne room for my great kingdom. Way more ornate. And then here's sort of a garden area of sorts. This is sort of like an art area. Pretty neat. This is sort of like a dungeon prison area. And then here are my new personal quarters. And then here's this aesthetic hall of lava and fire and stuff. So yeah, as I'm sure you can tell, this is a huge improvement upon my capital. And of course, there's still all the rest of that stuff over there, of which I showed you all of that in the first episode to get an idea of the whole city. Watch the first episode and this episode, and you'll get a pretty good idea. Anyway, yeah. This was wyvernfall Gaming. Like, share, and subscribe. And see ya.